ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमेव वन्दनात् मृत्युर्मोक्षीयमामृतात् कहता ये पल खुद से निकल जीते हैं चल जीते हैं चल जीते हैं चल गम मुसाफिर था जाने दे धूप आंगन में आने दे जीते हैं चल जीते हैं चल जीते हैं चल तलवों के नीचे है ठंडी सी एक धरती कहती है आजा दौड़ेंगे यादों के बक्सों में जिंदा सी खुशबू है कहती है सब पीछे छोड़ेंगे उंगलियों से कल की रेत बहने दे आज और अभी में खुद को रहने दे कहता ये पल खुद से निकल जीते हैं चल जीते हैं चल जीते हैं चल जीते हैं चल.
What is it like to read a book? It's like crossing the threshold of the world and diving into a sea. Nothing is known whereof. He who dives in gets to see. The weight of the world is forgotten, for it's taken care of by the buoyancy. He who dives in becomes a bubble which floats on the tranquil sea. What is it like to read a book? It's like experiencing the petrichor after the first showers. That's how books, both old and new, smell once out of covers. The aroma trapped between the pages rises through the air only to bewitch you into the fantasy to joys and sorrows share. What is it like to read a book? It's like talking to the people long, long ago gone. For the writers may die, but the words live on and on. You learn from everything of theirs, their passions, pleasures, pains, feats, defeats, losses, gains, and even before you contract the disease. Even before you contract the disease, the cure is found. Your conscience is more audible when books, good books, surround. Your conscience is more audible when good books surround.
जहां भी रख दिया पांव मंजिल वहीं चल पड़ी डूबता है बसता है गांव संघर्ष की चल रही घड़ी यहाँ भ्रम की जगह नहीं सच की परछाई का पड़ने न दो साया दुख की यह वजह नहीं भूलो नहीं हृदय की सब है माया यह आग करेगी कमजोर उठी यादों की चिंगारी से इसकी लपटें हैं कठोर बन जाओ प्रकाश तुम इस कठिन अंधियारे में वह सुनहरी शाम खुशियों का तामझाम पुष्प लताओं का सुंदर हार प्रेम भरी जिंदगी बेशुमार भूल कर सब कुछ हम उठे आगे बढ़े शुरुआत करें दोबारा मिले आशाएं उमंगे जिंदगी के खेल में हार भी है और जीत भी यह निर्भर करता है कि हम लड़े कैसे कैसी वो जंग थी.
Good morning to all present here. A very beautiful theme, time and opportunity. I would like to share that when we are looking for whether the time is favorable or not, and the opportunities they get materialized or not, there is one more important aspect that needs to be integrated, and that is happiness. Actually, it should be a right blend of all three aspects: time, opportunity, and happiness. For this, I'll be sharing a short story. Now, the story goes like this, and the title of the story is The Best Seed. There was once a farmer who grew the most excellent wheat. Every season, he won the award for the best wheat in the country. A wise woman came to ask him about his success. He told her that the key was sharing his best seed with his neighbors so that they could plant the seed as well. The wise woman asked, "How can you share your best wheat seed with your neighbors when they compete with you every year?" "That is simple," the farmer replied. "The wind spreads the pollen from everyone's wheat and carries it to field. If my neighbors grew inferior wheat, cross pollination would degrade everyone's wheat, including mine. If I am to grow the best wheat, I must help my neighbors grow the best wheat as well." This is not only an excellent advice for growing the best crop, dear children, but also for a great advice to how live well. Remember, the value of life is not only seeking favorable time and materializing your opportunity, but it is basically sharing happiness. That is, if you can provide opportunity to your neighbors also, then it will be a right blend of time, opportunity, and happiness.
Children, if we go to the past, to the ancient times, when you know that the universe is a theory of becoming. So if we look at the way human beings became and then the animals, we have to ask ourselves, who has progressed more, human beings or animals? There's a simple answer. Animals are driven only by their instinct to survive. And when I say survive, it means to hunt for food, to find food, and then protect themselves from their enemies, and finally live. Whereas humankind is born to progress. The divine's will, aspiration is that we progress. That is why when we are not able to progress internally, we are unhappy. We may find stories to justify our lack of progress, but all those stories are there because we are unhappy with ourselves. We are not connected with ourselves, because if we connect with ourselves, automatically we look towards progress. So, how do we progress? Well, one is that we look at opportunities.
उम्मीद, विश्वास की छाया, विश्वास की एक लौ जली है, सबके मन में दहक रही है। मुसीबत के इस समय में भी सबकी उम्मीदें डटी हुई हैं। हथेली सबकी छूट गई है, पर मन की कड़ियाँ जुड़ी हुई हैं। विश्वास की ये जो लौ जली है, वो चारों ओर अब फैल रही है। उस लौ से अब हम दिया जलाएं, दिए से उम्मीद की रोशनी बढ़ाएं। उम्मीद को दिल में सहेजकर हम कोरोना को धूल चटाएं। आओ मिलकर हम कदम बढ़ाएं, विश्वास की ज्वाला को प्रचंड बनाएं। विश्वास और उम्मीद की गांठ बांधकर अपने पराये का भेद मिटाएं। आओ मिलकर खड़े हो जाएं, अंधियारे में राह बनाएं, अंधियारे में राह बनाएं।
Today a reader, tomorrow a leader. Books are authentic treasures. Actually, reading is such an amazing habit. The deeper you delve into it, the more you're drawn to it. Books not only entertain us and provide valuable knowledge, but also sharpen our intellect, encourage imagination, and enhance vocabulary. While everyone in the room is quiet, suddenly you start laughing loudly out of nowhere, and they find it's because of the humor in your book. It can even give you tears while your outside world is completely normal. You get so much associated with the character that the pain and joy of the character becomes your pain and joy. This is why books are considered one's best friend. That's the power of reading. Though mainly reading is the best way to make your brain work. When you read a book, you entirely immerse into it. You try to conjure how the characters look like, how you would behave if you were in the shoes of a particular character. This is why your brain doesn't stop working. Books contain grains of wisdom. They give us moral advice and teach us what is right and what is wrong.
निराशा से भरे मन को हम सबको खाली करना होगा। उस खाली पड़े मन में हमें आशाओं को भरना होगा। आज हमारा नहीं है तो कल को हमें अपना करना होगा। जीवन में आए संकट से हमें अब नहीं डरना होगा। इस अंधकार रूपी जीवन में हमें दीपक बनकर जलना होगा। सच्चाई के रास्ते में हमें आगे बढ़ना होगा। बुराई बुलाएगी हमें अपनी ओर, हमें उसे अनदेखा करना होगा। निराशा के भरे सागर में हमें हिम्मत रख कर तैरना होगा। जीवन में आएंगी बहुत कठिनाइयां, हमें उनके सामने नहीं झुकना है। इन कठिनाइयों का हल ढूंढकर हमें जीवन में आगे बढ़ना है।
As Eddie Pinero rightly said, while our darkest moments test our strength, push our boundaries, and even transform our realities, they can also be the bridge that leads us exactly where we need to be. Someday we'll look back on this moment with lessons we have learned, the hardships we have faced, and we will be reminded of the miracle that is the human spirit. It is unwavering in its resolve, unbreakable at its foundation, and stronger than we could ever comprehend. It is hard to find a reason to be optimistic, but if we look hard enough, immersed in the uncertainty, the disruption, and in some cases the tragedy, there's something to be gained. A tiny candle flickering in the night that will eventually grow to light our way, because that road to tomorrow is paved with hope. India is valiantly fighting against the COVID-19 pandemic and has brought hope.
People equal to the population of US. We have fed people equal to the people of Europe during the lockdown. We have cured people equal to the population of Australia. We vaccinate every day half the population of New Zealand. I know it will take time. The challenges for India are bigger, but we all Indians should make a collective effort to fight it back. Remember, every sailing ship comes to the shore.
रोने की वजह है कम, हंसने के बहाने ज्यादा। जिद है मुस्कुराएंगे, खुश रहने का है वादा। उम्मीदों वाली धूप, सनशाइन वाली आशा। तुम दिल से अगर पूछोगे, वो खुश रहना ही चाहे। जब सच्चे मन से मांगो